What's up, my lovely little friends? TikTok, I think you're slightly too high. Hold on there. How are you? How are we? How are you having are you having a good evening? Um, I hope so. We're going to do something a little bit different tonight. Usually I do a big Reiki session and then I do readings afterwards and so on. That part's not going to change. But what is going to change is this. Instead of you guys getting on a list and instead of you stressing about how to get on the list and all of that stuff, and just because the world seems to be crazy, I'm just going to pull cards. Tonight we're going to chit chat, we're going to talk, yeah. I'm just going to pull cards later to whoever I'm drawn to pull cards to. I haven't done that in a long time. And just with the state of all the things, I felt like that's what was warranted this evening. So, we're going to get started with this. I like that I always shake this one like there's really going to be something there to shake. Because why wouldn't there be, right? Why wouldn't there be? I don't know if I want that one or that one. I'm going to do that one. I cut the top of my finger the other day. And I'm not going to lie, it doesn't feel great. That is awesome though. That is awesome though. And for those of you guys on YouTube, I'm going to move you just a little closer so that way you can hopefully hear me as we're going. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited about the 1010 portal tomorrow. I really am. I'm super excited about the 1010 portal tomorrow. I hope that you guys are too. We're going to talk about that as we go through some readings here in just a little bit. But for right now, let's do some Reiki. Let's do some energy work. Right? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. Just like always, you guys can do these first few hand positions with me. I am going to show you guys a couple of new mudras this evening, but you can do these first few hand positions with me, or you can just take a deep breath every time I say breathe, because that's what really matters. Okay? Ready, set, go. All right. I think I turned this down way too far last time. I know it's going to be too loud over there on YouTube, and I apologize. Ready? Breathe. 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 For this first part, because I'm going to kind of work through the chakras. At any point while I'm working through the chakras, if you want to just sit and just put these two fingers together, just the pads, that's it. Just make sure these fingers are extended, but just put these together. Just channel your own energy. Focus on all of that. Just focus on you, okay? Be selfish for a minute. Just focus on you, all right? Who cares about anything else going on? We don't care right now. We don't care. The world is a dumpster fire with raccoons beating the dead horse that's in it. Just saying. That's all I want you to do. this mudra right here, just while I'm doing this. It's so weird how much heavier this side is than this side. I want you guys to focus on your feet. That's it. I want you to focus on your feet. Somebody said YouTube went down. I hope not. I don't know what's going on over there. I can't even see the comments. It is what it is. All right. I just want you to focus on your feet. That's it. That's it. Now we're going to do something different. Now I want you to just focus up here on the top of your head. Okay? I want you to just focus up here on the top of your head. Yeah? YouTube is working. The music's just very low. We can turn it up. Christine, you'll have to tell me though if it gets too loud because I can't see comments for some reason on Streamlabs. I just want you to breathe. That's it. Just breathe. Thank you, Kathy. Well, if things keep jacking up over there on YouTube, we may just I have to cut it off and I'll download it, but I don't want to. We're going to try to hold out as long as we can, okay? When you're watching me, you zone out on the rest of the world. Good. That's the point. Are you breathing? Are you breathing? If Reiki is making you sleepy, then it's doing its job. To lose some of my rings. That's the weirdest thing. My hands are super dry tonight. Let's play What Are You Letting Go Of? Let's play What Are You Letting Go Of from this week? From Monday to today. What are you letting go of? What are you letting go of? Breathe. breath. Breathe. You already do something that's called my regard. That's something I want to do. I want to do that. Okay. Okay, well, how do that? You know, normally we do something that is called my favorite part, and that's where you put something good in. But I want to do it. I want to do it differently today. Okay. I would like for you guys to put in the chat just a blessing for somebody. Okay, just a blessing. And if you're like, well, I don't know how to do that, you can put, I wish you happiness. I wish you peace. I wish you love. I wish you a good night's sleep. I wish you the most fuzzy socks ever. I wish you the most relaxing hot shower. Do you see what I mean? I would love for you guys to just put something in the chat that you, just a blessing for somebody else. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. And then the people that are coming in can see that. Okay. As there are 777 people in here. I love the things y'all are putting in the chat for each other. I love it. I love it. You breathing? unlimited snacks. You're my friend. Breathe. I love all of the things that y'all are putting in the chat that you're wishing for other people. I love it. I love it. This might be one of my new favorite things, I'm not going to lie. This might be one of my new favorite things, I'm not going to lie. I'm only going to do Reiki for about another 5 minutes or so, and then we're just going to chit chat, and we're going to just enjoy each other's company and breathe and not be stressed about things. Yeah? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. So if you could have anything in the world, let me say any material thing in the world, any material thing in the world. I don't care if it's an island. I don't care if it's a castle. I don't care if it's a piece of the good bazooka gum from the 80s. If you could have any material thing in the world, what would it be? I love all the things that y'all are putting in the chat that you're wishing for people. I love it. I love it. This might be one of my new favorite things. want you guys to just breathe a little bit. Just breathe. That's it. Just breathe. I'm going to start slowing this down. I know that some of you guys are going to run off, and I know that some of you guys are going to run off now because Reiki's over, and that's okay. It doesn't matter how much money you have, where you live, doesn't matter. But here's the thing: mental health is in the shitter. I love you. I love you. I know that the world is absolutely crazy right now. I know that everyone's mental health is in the shitter. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how much money you have, where you live. It doesn't matter. It seems like everyone's mental health is in the shitter. But I love you. I love you. I'm proud of you. Even if all you did today was get up, go to the bathroom, and go back to bed. I'm proud of you. Because sometimes it takes a lot more than people give credit for to just stay. To just stay. And in case no one has told you today, I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Look at all the things that you've overcome. Look at all of the things that you've survived. Look at all of the things that you've done in your life. And I know some of you instantly are saying, well, I haven't done anything. Yes, you have. Yes, you have. You smiled at someone at just the right time that gave them a little bit of faith in humanity so they would stay just one more day. You held the door open for someone who just asked the universe for a sign that there was still good in humanity, and you restored that person's faith in the whole human race just by opening that door. You let somebody go in front of you in line, and it made them just in time to see their baby, their granddaughter be born. Because you have done amazing things that you will never ever know about. You have done some of the most phenomenal things at just the right time for someone else's life to be better. Just like someone else has done that for you. We forget that our ripples matter. Whether we forget that our ripples matter. And if you weren't here, I would miss you. If you weren't here, everyone would miss you, whether you think so or not. Whether you think so or not. You create so many perfect moments just at the right time. And you will never even know. You, my friend, are somebody's guardian angel. You are their blessing in disguise. You are their sign from the universe. And that's a very, very important thing. That's an amazing thing. If you really think about it, someone told the universe, just please give me one sign that there are still good humans. And it was you. And it was you. Think about how important that is. Think about how many lives you have saved just with a little teeny tiny gesture. Think about that. Think about that. Don't let you create so many perfect moments just at the right time. And you will never even know. You, my friend, are somebody's guardian angel. You are their blessing in disguise. You are their sign from the universe. And that little voice in your head, no, that's not true. Don't let that little voice in your head say, oh, I'm never receiving. Don't let that little voice in your head argue with me. You know why? Because I said so. How about that? Because I said so. I guarantee you that you have changed people's lives without knowing. You are a fellow human. You are not a soul. that little voice in your head say, no, that's not true. And don't let that little voice in your head say, oh, I've never helped anybody. And don't let that little voice in your head argue with me. You know why? Because I said so. Because I said so. How about that? Because I said so. I guarantee you that you have, but you make the world a better place. You make the world a better place. And don't you forget it. If you feel like you're going to forget it, you let me know. Or you go replay this on YouTube. Because I said so. Make the world a better place. Because I said so. I told you guys that I was going to just randomly pull some cards, and I will. I'm just going to randomly pull some cards. I randomly just need pull cards. Normally, I do Reiki and readings, and I ask you guys what you need to know about, but tonight, I feel like some of you guys just need encouragement. Some of you guys just need to just have a place to hang out. I know I do. I had a rough morning. Only because my brain, just like your brain, my brain is an asshole as well. My brain is an asshole as well, and I have a rough morning. So, we're just going to chit chat, and we're just going to talk, and we're just going to hang out, and we're just going to chill, and we're just going to be, and we're going to play cards. Just saying. Just saying. This is also your friendly reminder that there is no tolerance for being a jerk. Even jerks don't like jerks. Even creeps don't like creeps. So, I'm just going to pick people from the comments. How about Miss Patricia?
Wilding. Be that crazy wilding. Be that amazing soul. That fiery-headed, amazing soul. Our body might think that we're young anymore.
Patricia, be that crazy wilding. Be that amazing soul. That fiery-headed, amazing little girl that you were when you were younger. I know that our bodies might not think that we're young anymore, but in your mind, I know you still are. In your mind, I know you're still that amazing soul that was full of dreams and fire and piss and vinegar. Remember that girl. Remember that girl. That's the girl that you need to be right now, Patricia. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
In your mind, I know you still are. In your mind, I know you're still that amazing soul that is full of dreams.
This one's for
fire
Michael.
and vinegar.
This is the Outlaw. This is one of my favorite cards.
Remember that girl. That's the girl.
Even though the universe doesn't seem to be going your way, it doesn't mean that there aren't things that you can do about it. I'm not saying to go rob a bank, okay? But think about that outlaw spirit. What is it that draws us to the tale of Billy the Kid or the Dalton Gang or Al Capone or any outlaws, any famous outlaws that we've idolized? What is it that draws us to them? Is it their smile? Is it their power? What is it? I know that the world today makes us all feel like an outlaw at times and not in a good way. And I know the world today makes it feel like there's not a lot of things that would make us flip the switch. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I know the Outlaw card is a very powerful card because this is all about controlling your own destiny. I'm just saying. It's all about just controlling your own destiny. And I know that might not seem like what you needed to hear, but just give it some thought. Just give it some thought. I know that might seem like here, but just some thought. Andy, this one's for you. Get creative. Creativity sometimes has nothing to do with painting or drawing or writing or whatever. Creativity can be how you're robbing Peter to pay Paul to pay bills. Creativity can be how you manage to get through all of those little side neighborhoods to get to work in time because there was a bad wreck on the highway. Creativity comes in so many different forms. So many different forms. Sometimes creativity comes in the form of figuring out how to be nice to yourself, how to get through the day. And sometimes creativity comes in the form of pulling someone else out of that funk as well. Sometimes pulling somebody else out of that funk helps to pull us out of that funk.
Sometimes creativity comes in the form of
Just saying.
how to be nice to yourself.
Sometimes pulling somebody out of the funk helps us out of the funk. Ooh, okay.
I think I named Gia, am I right? Gia, the G-I. This is you.
I think I saw the name Gia. Am I right? G-I-A? Or was it G-A-I? This is for you. This is the manifest card. You know exactly what this means. You know exactly what this means. G-I-U. There you are. You know exactly what this means. Sometimes we get so wrapped up in the world that we forget to manifest. We forget to put out into the universe what it is that we need. And here's the thing, I'm guilty of it just like everybody else. You get so wrapped up in bills and problems and real life bullshit that you forget to manifest. We forget to be on our spiritual path. We forget to light that candle.
So wrapped up in the world that we forget.
Manifestation
problems and
is
life
as easy as saying it out loud. It is as easy as saying it out loud.
I have 20 in my pocket.
I have
amazing
$20 in my pocket. I have enough money to pay rent. I have that amazing job I've been wanting. Just over and over. Just over and over. I'm just saying. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Here's the thing, and I want to talk kind of about that manifestation card real quick. And this is for all of you. We get on social media, or we go to work, or we watch the news, or we talk to our friends or our parents, or just life. We just life, right? And we hear all of the things that are going on, and we hear it from all these different perspectives, and how bad this is, and how bad that is, and how the world's gonna explode. And we forget to be the magical, amazing beings that we are. We forget to light the incense. We forget to light the candles. We forget to put out into the universe what it is we're manifesting. We forget to look at the amazing things that we've already done. Thank you for the crown. We forget that you still have to do the spiritual things. You still have to do the spiritual things. Just like some people go to church every Sunday, you need to have a day of the week that you do all your spiritual things. Set aside things that we've already done. Thank you for the crown. We forget that you still have to do the spiritual things. You still have to do the spiritual things. Just like some people go to church every Sunday, you need to have a day of the week that you do all your spiritual things. Set aside some time on purpose. Set aside some time. Sometimes it can be every day. But set aside at least one day a week that you cleanse your space, that you burn some incense, or burn a smudge bundle, or clear your crystals, or drink some moon water, or whatever it is that you need to do that day. Whatever it is that you need to do that day. You have to be a spiritual person if you're going to be a spiritual person. Does that make sense? I told somebody the other day, and she cracked up. I said, I don't know what conversation we got on, but she had asked me what my name was, And then I said that I go by Bodhi. And she said, well, is Bodhi your name? And I said, no, my government name is Mandy. I said, but it's so weird to say that. And it's weird to even think that that's, you know, my actual name because I've gone by Bodhi for so long. And she thought that when I said my government name that I meant like I was where I worked for the government or something like that. And she said, well, what is it you do for the government? I said, oh, no. I said, I'm a hippie. And she just started laughing. And she said, well, I love hippies. Sometimes, guys, you kind of have to own what you are. Whether you think you're a hippie or not, whether you think you're spiritual or not, whether you think you're whatever, insert whatever here. You need to put it out into the universe that you are who you are. Manifestation is key. MJ, this one's for you. This is the nature card. The pine cone represents immortality. If you really think about it, a pine cone creates a tree, which creates another pine cone, which creates a tree. The pine cone represents immortality. This particular card not only has a pine cone on it, but the pine cone has eyes, which some of them kind of do, if you really... That's kind of creepy now that I think about it. But it also has wings. It has the moon. It has power. Guess what? Guess what? I'm going to tell you something that's very, very cliche, but I'm curious. How long has it been since you went out and just put your feet in the grass? Barefoot, no shoes. Just put your feet on the dirt and the grass. How long has it been? I didn't realize that I used to do it every single morning, right? And I haven't done it in several days. And I went out and did it today, and I just stood there for a minute, closed my eyes, and just stood in the grass. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know that nobody wants to hear go put your feet in the grass, but think about it. How long has it been since you put your feet in the grass? How long is it, or the dirt? How long has it been since you put your feet in the dirt? That one is super grounding, I'm just saying. Amy, this one's for you. Patience. Fuck patience. Fuck patience, Amy. Sometimes you have to do for you instead of waiting on the universe. Sometimes the universe takes its sweet fucking time and you never, ever, ever get to just sit and wait and something is brought right into your lap. Thank you for that. So sometimes you have to say, fuck patience and go do the thing. Go do the thing. Just saying. All right. Nightshade, this is for you. The Sovereign. I don't know who twisted your crown all up. I don't know who knocked your crown over. I don't know what happened. I don't know why you feel like you don't even have a big crown, but you need to fix that shit. You need to fix that shit. Kings and queens don't need to be reminded to fix their crown. I'm just saying. Fix it. You are way stronger than you give yourself credit for. You are way more you than anyone else will ever be. Put your crown back on. Don't let anybody knock it off. It's none of their business anyway. They should be worrying about their own shit. I think that was Miss C word. Is that what it was? I know I saw Miss C something. This is yours. The Revolutionary. There's been some interesting ideas that have been flowing through your head lately, and you haven't done anything about them. I'm not saying, go out and, throw fiery things, but what I am saying, is all of these insane ideas, whether they're super far-fetched business ideas or creative ideas that you might never do, write them down. Write them down. What's wrong with writing them down? Because when you write them down, guess what happens? They start to breed more creative ideas. They start to create more amazing things. They start to create this sense of power and of you being a powerhouse. If you haven't been feeling powerful lately, all you got to do is start writing down those crazy revolutionary ideas that are going through your brain. No matter how crazy they are. No matter how crazy they are. Grizzly Girl is next. Again, the revolutionary. Y'all just watch me shuffle. Y'all just watch me shuffle. Yours is similar, but same, but different. With you, you've really been thinking about doing something big. It's something that you started a long time ago and either stopped for someone else or you just kind of paused it, right? Whether it was going to school, writing a book, whatever it was. There was some big thing that you really wanted to work on and you just let it kind of stop. You just let it go to the wayside. It's time to start that up again. It's time to start that up again. Okay? This is the time. This is the time. All right, look, we're going to put it in here. I'm going to shuffle. That's why I try to make sure I hold my deck up where you guys can see it, because it never fails how much that actually happens. Bonnie. The Sage. Ma'am, you know way more than you think you do. You know way more than you give yourself credit for. You know the things. And that's why people always ask you stuff, and you don't give yourself credit. You say, oh, why would I know that? I don't know that. You know damn well you do. You know damn well you do, Miss Bonnie. The Sage is someone that is a wise person that doesn't try to be a wise person. The Sage is someone that has had crazy-ass life experiences, crazy-ass things happen, and just has the experience. Just saying. You know way more than you give yourself credit for, Bonnie. Just saying. The Flower and the Feather is next. Boundaries. And I know that you think I'm going to tell you to put more boundaries up, but here's the thing. I think that you have set some boundaries that are too harsh. And I think that there is one in particular. There is one big boundary and there's a smaller boundary that goes with it that you have set. I keep seeing a guy and I keep seeing the color blue. Like he wears blue shirts. I don't know what it is. But I keep seeing a guy. He has dark hair and in a bright blue shirt. Okay, whatever. So you have set boundaries with this person. Whether it is you not talking to them or whatever it is, take a look at those boundaries. I'm not saying to take them down, but I'm saying take a look at them and appraise them. Okay? Why did you set those boundaries? Why did you set those boundaries? I'm just saying. It may be that you need to look at those boundaries because those boundaries need to be set with someone else. Just saying. And I see you trolley trolls there in the comments. And if you don't like what you see, you have two opposable thumbs. That is what sets you apart from monkeys, which have very similar brains to how trolls work. All right, Jamie. This is the Sacred Schmexuality card. you, my lovely friend, need to work on your sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is not just about, that three letter word. It is not just about you finding love or whatever. Your sacral chakra and who you are, whether your divine feminine is out of touch, your divine masculine is out of touch, your sacral chakra really governs a lot with your body. And when your sacral chakra is off, it really makes you feel like shit. Like, it really does. It makes you feel like shit. So, Jamie, work on your sacral chakra. Okay? There are some great free things on YouTube, guided meditations, solfeggio frequencies, etc., that can help you. Guys, if you're feeling out of sorts lately, and if you're feeling like none of the things that you're doing matters, or like, and I don't mean like none of the things in the world, because we all feel like that, but if you feel like none of the cleansing things, none of the things you normally do to make you feel more powerful or protected or manifesting or whatever, sometimes the simplest things are where you need to start. Listen to some solfeggio frequencies at night. And I recommend the entire array of solfeggios. If you guys do not know what the solfeggio frequencies are, this is a set of 9 frequencies. You're going to see some on YouTube that are 7. There are 9. They correspond with each chakra plus the Earth Star and the Soul Star that will help you reconnect and cleanse everything. People say that it's really hard to clear chakras and so on. No, it's not. No, it's not. A Reiki session will clear them. Even if someone doesn't work on each single chakra, a Reiki session will still help to clear and realign those chakras. Solfeggio frequencies will do the same. Just listen to them while you sleep. Listen to them while you sleep. That's it. They don't even have to be loud. Just nice and low. All right, Leanne. Ancestors. How long has it been since you did something for your ancestors? How long has it been? The reason that I say that is that this is coming up a lot with a lot of different people. So it's not just Leanne that I want to talk to here. How long has it been since you have done something for your ancestors? How long has it been since you put out something for mom or dad or granny, grandpa, or aunt, uncle, or whoever? How long has it been since you have just sat and talked to them? How long has it been since you dusted their photos? How long has it been since you went through the photo albums and had some amazing, fun, memories pop back up? How long has it been? How long has it been since you just kind of sat and chatted with them? How long has it been since you fixed something for them? Just saying. Just saying. Tomorrow is the 1010 portal. The 1010 portal is a great time to both honor ancestors and for manifestation. The interesting thing about the 1010 portal also is that it's also a fantastic time to talk to your spirit team, to build them back up. You've been feeling disconnected lately? Tomorrow is a great day to reconnect with your ancestors. You've been feeling like nothing matters. You've been feeling like something's wrong. You've been whatever it is. Tomorrow is a great day for that. Tomorrow is a great day for that. I'm going to go out and visit my family out of the cemetery. I haven't been out there in far too long, and it's time. It's time. Harmonious Discord. I saw you come up a couple of times. You ready? Higher perspective. Sometimes our perspective on the world around us gets so high that we feel like we don't belong. Sometimes our perspective on our own self, on our own life, on the world around us gets to the point that we outgrow a lot of humanity. Does that make sense? not only do we feel like we've outgrown a lot of humanity, we start to feel very, very disconnected. And that then makes us feel like we need a grippy sock vacation. But you worked really hard to get where you are. You worked really, really hard to be a better version of you. You worked really, really hard with all that shadow work, with all those hard nights, with all the anger and the crying. You worked really, really hard. Don't discount that. Don't discount that. When you feel disconnected, when you feel like you don't jive with normal people anymore, I want you guys to keep in mind that you worked really hard to get to this level. You worked really hard to be a spiritual person. You worked really hard to have a higher perspective. And now you have it. And it's fantastic. Don't forget that. But one time, you right here were that normal person back there. At one time, you wanted to be this connected. Just saying. Just saying. All right, Amy. Versatility. A lot of times we get stressed out and we pigeonhole ourselves in one thing. Whether we get, horse blinders with work or with our health or with our family or our home or whatever. We get horse blinders on so that way we only see this one path in front of us. And we don't see that there are all these other things out there around us that can help, that can move us forward, that were placed in our path on purpose. Does that make sense? For example, let's say that you have been really sick, right? You're in the hospital. And one doctor says, oh, well, this is the traditional treatment. And this is what I recommend. And another doctor says the same thing. And another doctor says the same thing. Well, you think, okay, well, all three of those doctors have said, this is what I need, right? But that treatment can take 6 months, 8 months to work. Well, another doctor comes in who's a younger doctor, a newer doctor, and he says, well, there's actually this really interesting new treatment that can work in 3 weeks. It's experimental. How many of you guys are going to opt for that traditional treatment? Let's say the experimental one doesn't cost you any money. Let's say neither one cost you any money. I know. I wish we all lived in that world. Let's say that money doesn't matter. How many of you guys are going to take that traditional treatment? And how many of you guys would take off the horse blinders and look at other treatments out there? Just saying. I'm just saying. This next one is for April. I meant to draw the card sticking out underneath it, but I drew the versatility as well. So, just saying. You know exactly what this means to you, and I don't have to go into detail with it. This is the card I meant to draw for you. Take risk, of course, because that goes right along with versatility. Sometimes we play the safe route so much, especially in spirituality, because we hear people all the time say, oh, well, you don't want that karma. You don't want to do anything bad or manifest anything bad because you don't want that karma. Maybe it's time to cash in some of that good karma. Maybe it's time to cash in some of that good karma and let other people get their bad karma that they should get. I'm just saying what I'm saying. I'm just gonna draw the top card. I saw a Gale in there. The Sovereign. Miss Gale. Sometimes Sometimes we get so overwhelmed with everything that we forget all of the good that we've done. Sometimes we have one bad day and we get so overwhelmed that we forget all of the good shit that we did. It doesn't mean you forgot who you are. It doesn't mean that you forgot to fix your crown. It doesn't mean any of that stuff. But you can have a shitty day and forget about all of the good things that you've been working towards, all of the hard ass things that you've been doing. I'm going to encourage you this evening to just take a breath, and think about all the good, amazing things that you've done this week. Just saying. All right, Shadow Gothic, you ready? The reflect card. You can't make this shit up. Did I not just say to reflect? You can't make this shit up. Yours is a little different. Don't always be willing to set that bridge back to being open. We close bridges down with people and we set boundaries for reasons. We burn those bridges for reasons. Don't be so quick to open that bridge back up. Sometimes instead of opening that bridge back up, you need some dynamite. I'm just saying. All right, Phoenix, you ready? Boundaries. Keep in mind that bitches be bitches and they 100% will steal your ideas. Keep in mind that bitches be bitches and they will 100% do anything they can to steal any of the good things you've done. Keep in mind that there are people out there that want to just... They think that they're good enough to destiny swap. They think that they're good enough to suck the energy out of somebody else. They think that they're good enough that they can do these kind of things and steal things from people and that they're never going to get consequences out of it. Sometimes a return to sender is 100% worth it. I'm just saying. All right. Leslie, you ready? Ooh, the Explorer. Girl, go somewhere this weekend. Go somewhere this weekend. Even if you just walk down the block, go somewhere. Go somewhere you've never been. Even if it's just some park across town. I don't care. Get out of the house, go somewhere, go explore. You're welcome for the confirmation. Go somewhere and go explore. Seriously. You never know what it is you're going to find. You never know what it is you're going to do. You never know who it is you're going to see. You never know. Go somewhere you've never been. I saw you said you're going to the lake. Don't go to the same boat dock you always go to. Don't go to the same beach you always go to. If you can help it, go to a different one. Just saying. It also is that time of year for scavenging. I'm just saying. What I'm saying. All right. Ash, this one's for you. Love the Love Boat. Oh, thank you so much, Artemis. I promise I won't sing anymore. To be really ready to be solid in a relationship, you have to be solid with you. You have to be solid with you. It doesn't mean you have to be totally healed. It doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It doesn't mean whatever. But you have to be solid with you. You have to be solid with you. If you know you're on a healing path, then you know who you are. If you think you are completely 100% healed and the fantasticest human that ever lived, then you probably should look again. The same goes for people that you're interested in. Current spouses and or significant others included. If they think that they are perfect and they think that they don't need to heal from anything, you probably might look at backing out of that relationship. I'm just saying. Because nobody is perfect and nobody is 100% healed and nobody ever will be 100% healed. There's a creator here on TikTok that I absolutely love. His name is Namaste Bae, B-A-E. And I bought one of his shirts because he always says at the end of his funny videos, stay damaged and keep healing. And I had to buy a stay damaged shirt because it was funny. Because if you think about it, we're all damaged. We're all damaged. And telling somebody to get over some trauma or get over grief or whatever, are you over things like that? Are you over your own grief? Are you over that loss? Are you over those things? Just saying. If you guys don't follow Namaste Bae, you should. If you just need a chuckle, if you need a giggle, go look up Namaste Bae. I love him. He's hilarious. I think he's in South Africa. I'm not quite sure, but he's hilarious. I think he is some funny shit. Order yourself a Stay Damaged shirt if you need to. All right, Bella, ready? Self-love. Self-love. I'm not going to lecture you on self-love because we all get lectured on self-love all the time. But girl, when's the last time you just went and took a hot shower, a hot bath, and locked the fucking door and turned your phone off? When's the last time you did that? When's the last time that you told everybody to absolutely leave you the fuck alone? You locked the door. The cat couldn't come in. The dog couldn't come in. You used all the hot water because you paid the bill. And you turned your phone off. When's the last time you did that? When's the last time you got some good ugly sleep? You sat up late in your old lady glasses reading that weird ass book that you've been wanting to read. When's that? When's the last time you did that? When's the last time you did that? Those things are self-love. Those things are self-love. If you have a significant other, they can handle the kids or the animals or life for 5 minutes. They can handle you turning your phone off. They can handle you shutting the door and locking it. They can handle you taking a nice hot shower or hot bath. And if they can't, kicking rocks is a thing. Because I guarantee that they get to do it, yeah? Yeah? Right, Artemis, this one's for you. Destruction. You know, it's really funny. We all have such a love-hate relationship with destruction. We hate for something in our lives to be destructed. We hate it. We hate it. We hate when something that we've built goes through this destructive phase, right? We hate it. But at the same time, we like to watch buildings get imploded. We like to watch buildings get torn down. We like to watch things explode. We like to watch destruction when it's controlled destruction. We don't really like to watch natural disasters and stuff, but how often do you guys look at those videos when they're destroying an old office building and watch it implode? Huh? I do. How often are you watching videos of, there's some creators on here that there's one that takes a super hot little iron BB and puts it in different things, and you know it destroys all those things. There's one that just runs over stuff with a Humvee. I love that one too. I can't remember the name of that one. I love that one too. Today we're going to run over blah blah blah. Yes, please run. Yes, run over it. Run over it. Please run over it. So we all have a love-hate relationship with destruction. Keep in mind that when things are going through a destructive phase in your life, It's because something else needs to come in and you need to clear the path. That old building that's still standing there falling down has to go so you can build that new building. Does that make sense? I love so many of you guys watch destructive videos. I'm like, okay, noted. I see some that I need to follow. Noted. Oh, the hydraulic press. I love the hydraulic press. I love that one too. Thank you, Sass. I totally forgot about that one. I haven't seen that one on my For You page in a long time. I'm going to have to go look that up. That one is just, it's satisfying and gives me anxiety at the same time. Think about it. Y'all all know exactly what I mean. It's satisfying and it gives me anxiety at the same fucking time. Yeah. This is neurospicy things. Don't you love it? Don't you love it? When I was younger, my dad's always had like a full machine shop. Everywhere we lived as a kid, he had a huge shop that he built. And he had this one machine that he could punch perfect holes in leather. And he did that whenever he was making like traditional outfits, costumes, etc. He did it for all kinds of different shit, right? That was my favorite thing to watch, was watching it go and punch the hole. Because it was this huge machine. Because not only could it do leather, but it could do like wood and metal and bone. Like it could punch holes through them, right? I mean, you had to crank the wheel on the side. It was like the old school one. This big old huge wheel with red knobs. And you had to crank it and it would go down, 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 down. And then when it would get there, you could just keep cranking it right through it. Yeah, it was my favorite. It was my favorite. Yeah, drill press. Yep. It was my favorite. All right, Finn, you ready? I love that this one looks so much like the ancestor card, and this is the share wisdom card. Really? Another yawn. This is the share wisdom card. Write the book, Finn. Write the book. Write the book. Make the post. Write the article. Whatever it is you've been thinking about. Share the wisdom. Share all the things in your brain. Share all the things in your brain. Just saying. Share all the things in your brain. All right. I'll tell you what, we're going to do this. 1, 2, 3. Pick one. 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to give you a yes or no answer and then a little bit of advice about something that you need to know about. So just pick 1, 2, or 3. And I'm going to go in order. So just keep it in your head. Ready? Card number 1. Did you pick card number 1? The universe, that is a 100% yes. If you picked card number 1, 100% yes. The universe is behind this. The universe needs this to happen. Even though I know some of you guys are like, no, I don't want it to be a yes. There are a lot of times in your life when you have begged the universe for something to happen. You have prayed to anything that would listen for something to happen, right? And it didn't. And you found out that it was for the best. This is 100% yes. The universe is behind it. The universe needs it to happen. Okay? It's already in motion. All right. Did you pick number 2? The Alchemist. This one is also yes, but this is a conditional yes. You have to put in some work to make this happen. The universe has already decided it needs to happen. The matter of when is up to you. The matter of when depends on what work you want to put in. What work do you want to put in on this? Just saying. Just saying. All right. Did you pick number 3? Because I'm going to yawn again. Why I'm yawning, I don't know. Ready? Ask body. This would be a no. This would be a no. There is some, I mean, it's not a complete 100% no, but it's a no, not right now. Does that make sense? It's a no, not right now. This is that there is something major that has to happen and shift before this can ever happen. Something major that has to happen. Just saying. Something big has to happen before this can be a yes. I know that's not quite what some of you guys wanted to hear. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. If you would like to hang out for a while. I was just going to read for a little bit, which I did. By the way, I'll make this announcement on Monday, but if you're listening right now, you can hear it now. Next week, I'll be in New Orleans, and I'm going to be there for a couple days. I've got some things to do, some people to visit, etc. And what better place to do palm readings from than New Orleans? You guys, I haven't done palm readings in literally years online for you guys. I do them at conventions and stuff. But I haven't done palm readings in years. The tickets are up. They are very, very limited. You can get a live palm reading. You do have to send me, obviously, a very clear picture of your palm. It needs to be very clear. It needs to be very well lit where I can zoom in and see the lines, okay? When you go to buy the ticket, it's got the email address on there for you to send them to. There is a live on the 15th during the day, and there is a live stream on the 16th in the evening. Or you can get a full report. If you want just it done live, it's just going to be like your main lines, like your head, your life, and your love line. If you want a report, that's a lot more, and they're like a 2 to 3 page report over your hand. Those are up, and they're a very limited number. Thank you, Eves. How are you? How are you? I saw you live earlier. I didn't want to pop in and interrupt. But those are up. If you want to grab one, you can do so. Like I said, they're a very limited number. They're a very limited number, but they will be done from New Orleans. I'm just saying. What better place? What better place? I'm glad you're good, my friend. I'm glad you're good. But I have some things that I have to work on this evening, and so that's why I thought if you guys would like to just hang out, then we can literally just hang out. If y'all just don't want to go scroll the old TikTok or the YouTube, you'd rather hang out and listen to me click clack, then hang out and listen to me click clack. How about that? What do you think? Yes? We'll just hang out. We'll just hang out. I think that sounds like fun because we all just need a break. Yeah? Third eye's itchy. That's fun. Also, I have some candles going in there, and it's not quite time to put them out. It's not quite time to put them out just yet. It will be, but not right now. But not right now. What's up, Denise? Yeah, if you guys have not ever been to New Orleans, I would highly recommend it. I would highly recommend it. Yeah. Am I doing anything for the 10/10 portal tomorrow? I am. I do have Norse card reads tomorrow night. I'm not doing a special live stream. I'm being a little selfish tomorrow. But I am doing Norse card reads. I haven't done them in months. I used to do them almost every week. But I'll be doing those tomorrow evening. You can get a ticket for those. I've already got some people on my list. But tomorrow I am going out to my family cemetery. I'm going out for my family cemetery. So yeah. What are the Norse card reads for? Whatever you need to know. Whatever you need to know. Yeah, whatever you need to know. Why are you not showing me all the things? Have I been to the voodoo shop in the French Quarter? Does a bear shit in the woods? Yes. Yes, I have. A lot. A lot. Why is this thing doing what it's doing? It's like really, really making me mad. Today has been a completely glitchy day. The best voodoo shop in New Orleans. Voodoo Authentica. I love me. Now let me say this. When I go to New Orleans, I usually stay in the Quarter. And then I always visit Marie Laveau's, always. And then I visit Reverend Zombies, and then I visit Voodoo Authentica. Voodoo Authentica is where I go to get all my goodies, like herbs and stuff like that, oils. But Marie Laveau's and Reverend Zombies, I go in and I always leave an offering. Am I going to visit Uncle Birch? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. I have some things for him that I'm going to take to him. I have some friends in New Orleans, and it's always amazing to have more friends. But I always get goodies. Well, I usually get some weird goodies at Marie Laveau's and Reverend Zombies. I usually get, some of you guys can see, I've got a beautiful doll from Marie Laveau's right there for peace and harmony. I felt like that was a good place for her right here where I do my Reiki sessions. I bought a couple of card decks while I was there that I just needed to have. Things like that. But I always go to those three. I always go to those three. Oh, I am, Mary. I am feeling better. No migraine today. I've got to change out the stuff over my little sensor thing. But I'm not saying... I love Marie Laveau's. I really do. My whoopee came from Marie Laveau's. If y'all don't know what my whoopee is, it's just my hoodie. I have a zip-up hoodie that I don't think they make anymore. I got it years and years ago, but it's got patches from all over the place. But that's my whoopee. That thing goes everywhere with me. And then I've gotten some really groovy things from Reverend Zombies too, like just some weird things. So I'm just going to say that. You don't need to know. Just weird things. But I always go and make an offering at both places. I make an offering at Voodoo Authentica as well. I make offerings all over the city when I'm there, just because. Just because. Just like when you're in somebody's house, you're respectful and you know. I'm just saying. So, what the hell? What is going on? I don't understand why some things can't pull up tonight. I have a book that I'm working on. And for some reason, things aren't working very well like they should be. You lost power 3 times. Dude, we had a power flash here earlier. It was weird. Out of nowhere. Congratulations, Lisa. Congratulations. What about Marie Laveau? I don't know. I wish that I could have met her. You know what I mean? I wish that I could have met her. I wish I could have met her. Let's see. Interesting, Jazzy. Is it normal to be exhausted after visiting somebody in the hospital? 100%. 100%. Yeah. Your ex-husband is not too distantly related. That's wicked cool. That's wicked cool. And also not cool because that you said your ex-husband. So maybe not as wicked cool as, I'm just saying. I hate trying to come up with a name for a book. I hate it. I have been typing for so long. I've been typing for so long with long nails that, yeah. Yeah. Is there a schedule when I'm live? Yes. Yes, there is. If you hit the follow button, it'll always, like where it says next live stream or next live or whatever. If you click on that, if you tap that, it will show you all the things. Yeah. I took a couple years off of writing books. To be honest, I've got like 3 that are finished. They just need one more editor go over. And then, for those of you guys that don't know, if you're new to following me, I have actually been a writer since 1996. I've written 204 titles in that time. A lot of them are ghost written. I worked for major publishing companies, but a lot of them are in my name as well. Just during COVID, during the shutdown, I wrote 4. I wrote 4. But yeah. So I have to have, it's weird. ADHD is its finest, as I have 3 drinks next to me because I finished my 4th one. I usually have to have 2 or 3 books that I'm working on at one time because my brain shorts out in working on one. So if I go and start working on a different one, then it starts to go up again. Does that make sense? Unfortunately, a lot of the ones that I've ghostwritten, I wrote for publishing companies as their... So publishing companies will do this thing where they will have a staff member write a book, right? And then it's just put out by that publishing company. This was way before like Chat GPT and AI and all of those things that wrote the horrible, shitty books that y'all see now, when actual people had to write the book. The problem with that is that when that happens, you have to sign an NDA. You have to sign an NDA. And if the book does great, you get no profit from it. That's the other problem. For those of you guys that don't know how ghostwriting works, you get hired. Say somebody comes to me and says, hey, I want to write a book about blah, 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 and I want to pay you to write it. So you get paid a set amount to write the book. Sometimes they'll offer you royalties, but very, very rarely. So let's say I get offered to write a book for, I don't know, President Obama, right? I might write it, but it might be his name on it or an autobiographer's name on it, even though if they didn't write it. Most presidents don't do that. They have an autobiography or a biography or whatever. But I tried to make that a big example so you could see what I'm talking about. But they would pay somebody else to write it, and then they put their name on it. And so you usually get a pretty good sum of money. You usually get a pretty good sum of money to write a book. But like I said, if it does well, you don't get any of the profits. And you don't get to tell people, I wrote that. You don't get to tell people that. So that's what sucks. Somebody asked what an NDA was. Non-disclosure agreement. In other words, you do this, you sign this NDA, and if you ever say, hey, I wrote the Bible, they'll sue you. I didn't write the Bible, so please don't say it. I'm just giving an example. But yeah. So in the moment, it's great. But later on down the road, maybe not so great. You know what I mean? So yeah. I spelled that wrong. Do I prefer fiction or nonfiction? Fiction. That's been the most of what I've written. Most of what I've written under my name is horror novels. During COVID, I wrote a lot of poetry, haiku, and short stories because let's face it, we were all, the devil's lettuce helped me do it. We'll just say that. But it helped me to put into words some of the things with synesthesia. So yeah. So yeah. Writing fiction is interesting. Writing any book is interesting. You have to have an outline. So I have, in my writing career, I also worked for a lot of video game companies. I was a professional gamer for a while. And in helping to design a really solid fiction title or a video game or anything like that, you have to have an overview. You have to have a map. Let's say that you're like Lord of the Rings has a map, right? Game of Thrones has a map, etc. So then each of those places have to have a description. Each of the types of animals there have to have a description. Each of the characters have to have a description. So before you even start to write the main part of any type of fiction that's going to be good fiction, you have to build all of those things in the background first. And so when it comes to video games, it's the same thing. Somebody might have an idea like, hey, I want to create a video game that's on terraformed Mars in 4,000 years, right? Cool. They want to have these 4 main characters and they might have some ideas. Then they hire somebody, or they sit and they write all of these different things, trying to get all of these things together to make the story. It's a lot. It's way more than y'all realize. It's way more than y'all realize. So I've actually had my written work over virtual character design, over game design, etc., used in U.S. patents for virtual character design, college level textbooks for gaming, for game design, things like that. So yeah. World building, exactly. How long does the process take before we're going to put? That's a hard question, Kelly. It's a really hard question. For me, it depends. If I am doing nothing else, I have written 500-ish word titles in a month, if that's all I'm doing, and that is me working like 12 hours a day. If life is happening, it can take years. So it just depends. What's up, Black Mama? Yeah, then you have to beta test it. So it just kind of depends. It depends how much time you have to donate to that. And I said donate on purpose because you lose a lot of your life to it. So yeah, so when I say that I've written that many books, it's because that was my job. Like, that's what I did. So yeah. I mean, I don't think so, Mary, but thank you. See, there you go. Phoenix it took my first book 2 years from start to finish, but I also have a full-time job. So, because when you think about writing, then you have to think about it going to an editor. A lot, I know people say, oh, well, I self-edit or whatever. You are always going to miss things. You cannot self-edit. I'm sorry. I mean, in my personal experience, you can't self-edit, not on a book, because you wrote that book and you know what you want that book to say. If you want the grass to be purple and the sky to be green, and in several places you flip them around, your brain is going to automatically see, well, no, the grass is purple. The grass is purple. So you're going to like just, go over that. Whereas somebody with brand new eyes is going to be able to see it. And I'm not going to lie, when you write a title and you have an editor that whether you hire that editor, the publishing company hires that editor, the first time you get that manuscript back and it's all marked up, it hurts your feelings. It hurts your feelings really bad. It hurts your feelings really bad because in your mind, that was perfect. And then when you start going through, you're like, oh, yeah, I did misspell that. Yeah. That was the wrong name. But when you see all the marks, you're like, well, fuck that person. Like, you get really mad. Like, I'm not kidding. You get mad. You get upset. Yeah, that nasty red ink. Yep, you get upset. Or it's in a Word document and you see all their notes on the side. You're like, fuck that person, Aw, thank you, Lady Nikia. I mean, it gets easier. You learn. So, yeah. The keyboard. Everybody always says that. Everybody always says that. I'm looking for a document that I had already started, and now I can't find it. That's all right. I'm overthinking things, so we're just not gonna do that. We're just not gonna do that. We're gonna continue to do it, is just saying. Just saying. Pain synesthesia I have, and I am super thankful I don't have that one. I think anybody that has migraines has a little bit of that. I think anybody that has migraines has a little bit of that. So when you see light that's too bright and it hurts your chest. Does that make sense? Or like for me, sometimes it's a smell. A smell might be a really bright color, and then I'm like, I can't. It hurts. Like, that smell hurts. I don't know how to explain it. So, yeah. I think anybody that has migraines has that. It may just come and go, but yeah. So for those of you guys that don't know what synesthesia is, it sounds much better than it actually is. Let me just say that. It sounds much better than it actually is. Synesthesia is from your brain being broken. Synesthesia is where there are some wires that have gotten crossed. So maybe one of the most common ones is chromesthesia, which is where every sound you hear produces a color here. For some people, it is physical. You see the color. And for some people, you imagine the color. So, for example, for me, when I hear a baseball bat, a metal baseball bat strike the ball, it's this bright orange-red, neon orange-red color. I know immediately that's what that is. Like, I know immediately, right? Some people just think, oh, that sound was orange, right? That sound is really bright orange-red. Some people see it. They might see it up here in their vision. Mine is down here. It's like bifocals. It's this weird shit that comes up like that. Some music has patterns to it. And as I get older and my brain continues to be broken because it's fun, it starts to encompass more in here as well as me seeing it. Could it be why you see silver squiggly lines every once in a while? I would go get your eyes checked and get the pressure behind your eyes checked, because that is the hallmark. It's an aura of a migraine. So just for like an ocular migraine. And sometimes ocular migraines don't hurt. So yeah, I would go make sure that your eye pressure is okay. Thank you, Anna Marie. Yeah, ocular migraines are stupid. They're stupid. You're welcome, Anna Cat. I'm so glad that this was just a nice, relaxing evening for everybody. That makes me so happy. It really and truly does. Oh my gosh, Annette, yeah, that would absolutely suck. That would absolutely suck. You're welcome, Kat. You're welcome, Kat. You're welcome, Amy. You're welcome, Cindy. Yeah, I felt like tonight we just needed to chat. We just needed to BS and chat. That's what I felt like. That's what I felt like. Thank you, Benny. These came from this amazing Navajo artist in right on the edge of the Arizona-New Mexico line. She runs Yellow Horse, the Yellow Horse Gallery. She hand makes all of them. I absolutely love them. These are my favorite pair. I have a pair that I'm hoping that I'm going to find when I'm unpacking. They're this length, they're this style, but they're bright blue. Bright blue and yellow and orange. And I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. But she's phenomenal. Her jewelry is phenomenal. So, and all of hers are traditional Navajo designs, and yeah. Yep, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I know y'all would never, ever, ever, ever believe that I like blue. Never, ever, never, ever, never, ever. This is killing me here. I know, Benny. Are you watching what I'm doing? Are you watching what I'm doing? Oh, yeah. I used to love horror movies, but I have met so many horror actors that it's hard for me to watch them. It's hard for me to watch them because like I have slept in the same room with Leatherface. Like, he's a nice guy. I have sat next to Michael Myers on couches and at dinner, and he's a friend. You know what I mean? Like, so it's hard for me to. It's hard. It's hard. I know a couple of the Jasons personally. Like, it's hard. You know, it's hard. So I can't. I know the lady that plays the nun, and she's a phenomenal actor, and she's funny as hell. Like, the person that she is funny as hell. So it's hard. It ruined it. Like, it ruined it because I'm like, oh, I remember this one time, blah blah. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So yeah, just saying. So